It's a good 15 seconds usually.
Okay, so we're going already.
Oh, not yet.
Oh, not yet? All right.
Well, before the meeting starts, I'd like to thank all of you for adjusting the schedule. My trip to Seattle was extremely important, and it really kind of gave my almost lifelong friend a new lease on life. Before I got there, I talked about not wanting to wake up the next morning, which is a terrible pain. And before I left, he'd already kind of called the guy in to remodel the bathroom in the house. So I really appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Let's call it the meeting to order at 6:04. I think. Be close enough. Public comment, no public here. Approved minutes from August. That's kind of sad.
I didn't check my notes, didn't have time before I left, just if the numbers are right in the budget report, if that makes sense to you, Jessica. I have no corrections.
I didn't find any. There's four.
Here's a clean copy of minutes if you want to have those for some.
Okay, well, yeah. I'll sign these. Wow, they have your name on it.
Well,
Wow. Peter, minutes approved. No corrections. Budget report.
I didn't get one printed, I then decided to start reading papers, and so
Okay. Probably not much has changed.
No.
Okay.
we're off season.
Yeah. Moving on. And hopefully we have a meeting next month. Yeah. Grants and MOUs.
The Crow Creek extension was granted, so we have another term for that. So that'll expire in the fall of '21.
and it just to the people that were already originally
Yep.
signed up?
Yep.
Okay.
One question, if I may, on the meeting next month. Is that likely to be 6 or 7, or is this just this week, or is this in the...
We'll get to there here in a...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Spray updates.
None.
None. I figured. All right. Now we'll get into the fun parts. Subdivision management plans.
So the four that we have not had site visits, so if we choose to approve them, I would like them to be approved with a site visit within 6 months. For
Okay.
the spring.
And that's been feasible in the past to approve them with those
Yep.
conditions?
Yeah.
And then there are a couple that I noted that don't have the lead cert on the plat. And then there's one that has a miscommunication between what the surveyor is calling the subdivision, what the owner is calling the subdivision.
Okay.
So That's what I've noted, as far as technical details.
Pick a name of one and start with what you
Yeah.
gotta tell us on.
So start with Griffin. That should be Antelope Flats. Or Antelope Run, depending on,
Antelope Flats.
Yeah, Antelope Flaps Minor.
yep,
And does it matter that the page numbers don't match? Like mine's missing a page 4, but is that just the page
no,
in
that's
between?
just a page of words,
Okay.
just recorded.
Alright.
Is this the good one, or does this one have anything that you,
No, so I think this is a pretty well-written plan. It is the one with the mismatch between the plat and the plan. And it does need a site inspection.
Does the mismatch overlap, or are they completely separate?
Well, he's calling it Antelope Flat. Surveyor has labeled it as Antelope Run. So I don't know which one entered it wrong.
Well, that. I think that needs to be fixed before we can even approve it.
So yeah, I didn't, she had sent me the plat map saying these are the right ones, however, I didn't catch that he had titled it Antelope Flats.
Name of project Antelope Flats.
what does Nicole have it as? Is it between Bernadette, or is it between Nicole and us?
Bernadette and us and Jim.
Okay.
Griffin.
Is the rest of the plan through with Nicole, with planning,
Yes,
Antelope Flats?
I don't know,
Okay.
I didn't catch the mismatch.
We can just put our wording in our motion, I think.
Okay.
If, I mean, if, so
Well,
far it's
you-
looking good, we just gotta get,
Yeah, you get where we got to get that fixed before I'm okay with signing it. If it's just a typo of miscommunication, I'm fine with it. But
Because her plat matches his description, like where it says.
okay, so it's just
Just the
it's
name.
just named.
It's
It.
just
It's
named it.
okay. That.
so this is what our new subdivision is,
Mhm.
all his breakdown, okay. And at least it's filled out.
Yeah.
Do we have a problem with the handwritten fill out at all?
I don't think so. He called me, you know, he was concerned about it, and we took 10 minutes. He's like, oh yeah, I have this here. I have this here, and it took him 10 minutes to find everything he needed.
Right. Is it available like through the website on a fillable PDF at all, or?
I don't know how well we're set up on the website yet.
Right. I guess
That's my intention, is that we'll have it ready to go, where they can access this, they can access
Right.
gravel pit, all those forms are available.
Yeah, or even if it's not on the website, if you have a way to
Yeah.
send them a fillable PDF, it might be easier for us in the future.
You know, as long as it's legible, I'm okay with them.
Right, yeah, I mean, this is
Yeah.
fine, but
Yeah, just
someday it might not be.
Well, and then we're still reaching that age difference where some of these guys are just gonna handwrite them.
Right.
yeah.
As long as
And-
it's his handwriting and not my style handwriting. that-
Right, yeah.
well, and that's where I mean, I don't care if it's handwritten, but you got to be able to read it.
Yeah.
You know.
Seriously.
Because you can put squiggles.
But, I mean, he's read it and
Yeah,
answered each
it's-
question correctly.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
or
I'm-
with
I'm,
effort.
yeah.
These items are also part of a Noxious Weed Trust Fund grant that was awarded to the Oregon Canyon project last year.
And this, we just have the one site map for it? Or was,
So in that should have the plat and then a vicinity map on his.
Okay, they're all broke down. Gulf Minor.
It's gonna be Dry Gulch.
I think that's the one we're looking for. Nope.
yeah, this is the
Yeah,
peaceful
yeah.
hilltop, okay. I'll keep it on my pile. Or keep it at least on the,
Don't lose a little sticky note.
so Dawn, did you get a chance to look at or print any of the subdivision management plans through the email?
No,
Okay.
nope, I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
Chris was not able to have time to do anything with anything that came in for us, so I have no clue.
Okay, the one we're looking at is, I'm assuming when it says KOA Road, we're looking, yeah, it is. South end of the county, off of the KOA Road there, south of Town Pump. So it'd be south and west of the KOA. And 5 lots ranging from 8 acres down to 2 acres.
That's on the other side of the interstate?
Yeah, the west, yep, south of the interstate and west of 287.
Okay.
If you know of anything down there.
Well, I know the houses that are down in there, and there's, I don't know of anything right in there, at that particular spot, but it's,
Yeah. This is a 20-acre breakout.
it's up from, it has to be between the KOA then and Town Pump.
Nope, it's up the KOA road west of the KOA. If you turn at the KOA and go up that hill, they're breaking out 20 acres out of that pasture.
Kind of
Oh,
behind the
Oh,
half mile
okay.
west of the KOA is what it looks like.
Oh,
But it's a 20-acre breakout with 5 lots. And
Okay.
I'm assuming it's what's in crested wheatgrass there now. It's pastured. Like he says in his description, it's part of a cooperative spray agreement already.
hmm
Yeah, with the site inspection on what he wants to do. It does kind of have a gully through it.
because, yeah.
But I don't know of any major problems down there. I'd say
No.
it's a big pasture now. They definitely got hit with the grasshoppers this year, so it would be interesting to see what it does in the next year or two.
Yeah, I would be.
But I see no conditions other than make sure we get a cohesive name and a site inspection within 6 months.
hmm
That's, yeah. So, we need a motion for that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if nobody else has any comments, I'll go ahead and make the motion. I'll move
I'm
to
good.
approve
You good, Peter?
the subdivision management plan for what we know as Antelope's Flats minor subdivision, with conditions that we make sure the names match. I didn't look at the plat map if there was a weed certificate on there.
Clark, no.
And that the names match, we get a weed certificate on the plat map, and that we conduct a site inspection within 6 months when it starts to green up.
Yeah. So. All in favor?
Need a second? Or did Peter second?
Aye.
No. Okay, you second it now. All in favor, which leaves me, yes.
Not necessarily.
How you doing? You okay with it, Don?
Yeah.
Okay. I forget you're on the phone, sorry. New technology stuff.
I'm looking at the peaceful hilltop in front of me next.
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to figure out where to sign this one.
Last page.
Yeah.
Is he okay? Being on the phone? Yeah. Oh.
Well, that'd be for you. Inspection report.
I think it's towards the back, maybe.
Nope, there we go. Yeah, I found her. Do you want to fill in the approved with modifications part?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I'll let you do that. All right, what are we looking at now? Hilltop?
Peaceful hilltop.
Peaceful hilltop. Till the wind blows. Why are we missing so much here?
Okay, Dawn, the next one we're looking at is called Peaceful Hilltop. It is a minor breakout off a Hilltop Road there on the south end of the county, just past what used to be Wheat, Montana. Should be Hilltop.
Okay.
And it's out there a mile and a half or so, just a little odd corner. Little
Oh,
triangle
okay.
shape off the side of the road.
Is that the one where the stone structure is?
Nope,
That's
it'd
not-
be the next one on the, right on the very top of the hill, right before you break off, right at the very top.
Oh, gotcha.
There's the bus pull off there.
It's this side of where the blue ponies are,
Yep.
Yeah.
the metal. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a different one. Where's my fourth? I think.
And of course, no site inspection,
Nope.
no other things that you know about or,
I had it on the original copy of whether it had a lead cert on the map, but otherwise, I think that one was complete.
your sticky just says
Oh,
needs
yeah,
site
yeah.
visit within 6 months. It does have the weed control certification on the plat. There's an existing shop and house there, and they're just splitting up the 53 acres into two 20-some acres.
Yep.
And I don't know if that, well, it calls it Prospect Hill Road on the backside of it. It must tie into one of those other subdivisions or the backside of that.
Yeah. It has to.
But they get into bigger lots once you get out there a little ways, so. He doesn't have quite as much detail in his plan.
Yeah, so we're,
This is the old plan.
this is the old plan, so we're still gonna run into a couple of those as they work through the planning board, because they were started in the planning process before our new plan was in place.
Do you think it would be helpful to you to ask them to fill out the new plan
I think
with the
that-
site inspection?
Yeah,
Okay.
We can put that as a,
That's what I'm gonna do.
yeah, I mean, we'll just do that on that one. Other than that, I think it looks,
Yeah.
the new plan looks so much,
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, I do too.
So if there's no other objections or conditions, I will move to approve Peaceful Hilltop Minor.
I'll second it.
Right, it stays as a minor, it doesn't matter on the acres, it's still just 2 lots. With a site inspection within 6 months and a completion of our current noxious weed management form at that time, to be critiqued by the coordinator.
'Cause it won't have to go back through planning or nothing, it'll just be for us.
Yeah.
yep.
So, yeah. I like that.
Get to where I can write my notes. I'm in favor.
Yeah. Peter, you in favor?
Yeah.
Don?
Yes.
No
Okay.
objections?
No objections, I guess. Sorry. I gotta get back to running a meeting. I haven't ran a meeting in 4 months. So, let's sign this one, too.
This, yeah. I
That way-
handed that other one to you without signing it, didn't I?
I actually don't think, on the new plan, I am the only one that signs it.
Oh.
If I'm correct, I might not be.
Yes, sir.
What's the best way to say that? With completion of the current management plan or current?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, just the chairman of the board.
Okay.
You can sign underneath me if you really want to.
Which one goes next?
I don't know.
let's do Walsh.
Walsh.
Walsh, okay. They're just calling it Walsh Minor.
This, they had tried to do a family transfer, I believe. And it didn't, for some reason, it wasn't able to do that, so they are now attempting to do a minor.
And is there a plat you gotta? Okay.
Yeah. There you go. It's underneath the old form too? Yeah.
Yep. And this one I did do a site inspection on, but they had not finalized all of their other details on
Okay.
until just recently.
Well, we've done it for one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say we need to have them fill out a new one. Two.
So we've got, the one little printout is just tract A, but it's tract A and C, or what are they?
We're getting there.
Is it all 3 tracts as part of the subdivision?
This tract A is part of the subdivision, the one not the scale is their lead map.
Okay.
And then the rest of the handout should have the plat map on it, or the original should have the plat map on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which it shows, there's a A, B, B1, B2, or A, B1. But A is all we're approving?
Yes.
Okay. Because, yeah, the one that's not to scale says family transfer, right?
Yeah.
And when you did your looky-see before, is there anything on that Montana ditch or drainage? Or?
They had active noxious weeds throughout the property, but they had actively been treating as well. I didn't see anything on the ditch line itself, but they had, hound's tongue and thistle sporadically.
Yeah, and if they're true to what they're saying, they've reached out for commercial help. In their plan, they say that they've contacted a sprayer, so. Yeah, I know there's certain places along that drainage that can get pretty nasty with hound's tongue and thistle. And probably tansy even, maybe, I don't know.
I didn't see any tansy.
And I guess I don't know if tansy'd be off the river and in there or not. I know it gets to be a jungle with thistles and stuff.
Yeah.
Knapweed's in there too.
Yeah.
Tell me where this is at.
Off of Jack Farm Road,
Oh, okay, now I know where we're going.
and it
How
contains both the
far out
Montana
there?
Ditch drain or Montana Ditch and the Deep Creek drain
Yeah.
going through there on one
Oh.
edge. So
That's,
Okay.
They're using that as a boundary
yeah,
between A and B. So. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, there is napping up in there.
oh yeah.
I don't see any mention of that in their thing. What time? You did do a site inspection on
I
this?
did until, it was in July when we walked it, and they had treated the property, and you could see the thistle dying and the house come back. I didn't see knapweed, but that doesn't mean that I missed the rosettes. But I didn't see any standing dead.
Okay. Just for where that, yeah.
I do see the weed certificate on the or certification.
Yeah, it is
the
on
plan.
there. And right to farm, I think, is on there.
Should be. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Those are on there.
So how big an acreage is that?
Oh,
11. They've got
well,
the Walsh Minor subdivision. They've got 3 different lots, but we're just looking at one tract out of there that's 11.93 acres. Already has a home site on it. Like Jessica said, they must have tried to do a family transfer and it didn't work, so they're doing a minor to split off this one tract. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
okay,
yeah.
all right.
And it borders Jack Farm Estates, and then it points out at Jack Farm Road. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I'll move to approve Walsh Minor Tract A with a reinspection in the spring.
And
And
go
the
to a new.
Yeah, and filling out of the new management plan.
Second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, so I'm missing. Oh no. Okay.
Oh, did you want my signature before it goes away? Or is that?
That's what I'm looking for. Ah. And yes, I want your signature before it goes away. Fill the date too, because I forgot to do that.
What is our date? The 16th?
Sure. You mean one day just doesn't go into the next and then the next and can't figure out where you are? Or?
Sure seems that way, doesn't it? Yes, sir.
All right, we need you on that one. And that leaves us the last one.
Dry Gold Acres.
Do we each need to sign this one?
Yes, so underneath the old plan. And with the adaptation of filling out a new plan, it will be approved. We got the whole packet here. Man, I had.
There might be a county office map in there.
Found it.
What is? So is this Ruben Dominguez, is he just the project person, or is he the one, the owner of the property?
I'm not sure if this, the person that I was communicating with is named Simone.
All right. And this one, of course, hasn't been inspected either.
No.
This is a later one.
Yep.
Yeah, that, oh, this is just this month.
Yeah, this one just came in.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Is that one?
Yeah. So, should we question some of this stuff a little more? Spot spraying with glyphosate and Roundup.
Yeah. So I saw that. I don't know if they were just giving us the trade name or,
Okay.
yeah.
But he's saying on a spot basis. I mean,
yeah.
I would think when you do the site inspection, we could do some suggestions and maybe revise the plan a little
Yeah.
bit there, but.
Well, there's some other small.
But I mean, they've,
I mean, they've gone through and filled it out.
right, they're
but-
telling us all their plans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what, and I'm not sure if that's an arrow or a plus.
I think it's supposed to be an arrow saying,
Okay.
reflecting that glyphosate, they're using the
Right.
brand name.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Where's this one?
Well, that's, yeah, if you want to open that, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, they told us what chemicals and whatnot, but they didn't fill out another part in this. On the next page.
The timeline, or which one is it? 3.
I don't know how big a deal that is, but
Well, that's what I would think we'd work with them on.
okay, you want, and that's fine. That's what I said. I mean, it just
Yeah. Like he says in the one deal, it's, well, at the bottom of that page, just the
Yeah.
primary residence, they'll deal with it as they see it. I don't think they know what they're getting into till they start building.
that's very possible.
But I don't even know where it's at.
Dry gulch. Wheel line.
Which dry gulch?
Yeah. Montana Highway.
You say it-
Go ahead, Don.
You say it's up Dry Gulch? Is it up Dry Gulch, you say?
We're still working on that.
Yeah.
I don't have a copy.
There. It's Dry Gulch Acres Minor Subdivision, but the map that would really help is kind of small. It must be 287, 284, 284.
So it's on the backside of the lake, it's out in Don's area.
Yeah.
Dry gulch.
So it'd be out by you, Don.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
He's on the south side of Dry Gulch.
Right, yeah.
That easement's Campbell's.
It's Campbell's Pivot, okay.
Okay. See, that's what we needed. Oh, no.
So that, well, on here, the lands of Broadwater County, is it just behind the canister site then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Don, it's just behind the canister site on Dry Gulch. It's got a pivot overspray easement off of Campbell's Pivot there. It's just south of Dry Gulch and just north of that pivot. And just east of the canister site. There's
Yeah, Sam Good Earth, he has, I think, 20 acres in there. He does the farmer's market. He grows a lot of vegetables there.
Right. This is
So I
the,
know about where it's at then.
okay. The first 20 acres is tract A. Then further east, there's another 20 acres that's this tract B that we're dividing into two tracts through this minor subdivision. Taking 20 acres and
Okay.
making two 10-acre lots.
Oh, okay. So who is the people who are dividing it?
The name on the form is Ruben Dominguez.
Okay.
With a Manhattan address is what's on our form.
Yeah, I think, okay, I know what it is now.
Okay.
It's Sam's daughter and her
Okay.
husband.
Okay.
Yep, I know what it is. It's just above Sam's right there.
Okay.
They connect together. Okay.
Yeah, and
Lots of same.
if they're doing the farmer's market thing, they're aware of what they're doing, I think, a little bit there as far as weeds. They're not
Yeah.
gonna go in with invasive chemicals, but they're gonna be on top of what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, they got lots of sagebrush there.
Yeah. That's that.
And, what we need on it. Inserting.
So, without any other questions, I'll move to approve what did we call it again? Dry Gulch Acres Minor Subdivision Tract 2, or Tract B, with an inspection in the spring, or within the next 6 months, 7 months, and counseling and updating on the correct management plan.
Seconded, based on your recommendation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Uh-oh. There we go. Woohoo. Management plans. 4. All right. No furthers on these. Anything good. Moving on. Vehicle and equipment update.
Nothing.
Yay.
Anything.
Everything's winterized, ready to go
Winterized, we're all-
for the winter.
Is our bay full of four-wheeler or side-by-side? Is that why the trucks are out, or?
Yeah, so I have the side-by-side and, in the garage unit.
Yeah, okay. And when we switched to a side-by-side, it took up too much room to have both in there again?
Yeah, I can, we have to do a little strategery to get them both in.
I just find something else I gotta sign. 16th.
On vehicles and equipment, anything looming in the back of your mind that we should be thinking of now before spring, or you'll keep thinking as we get closer to spring?
Keep thinking as we get closer to spring. I think if we look at our job description, some of my long-term goals would be taking over our highway contract again, getting a crew and doing that work ourselves. I think that's money we could be utilizing. So we need to think about how best to do that.
Building update.
Great West Engineers is the on-call engineers. I did a site visit with them up at the solid waste facility up there at the transfer station, talked through some of the pre-requirements we need, more specifically it would have to be a water tank with a higher pressure pump and a float in there, because the current well, it would take forever to fill any spray vehicle that we have. There's not really a whole lot that would stop us there, so I'm just waiting to hear back from them on some of their suggestions.
Okay.
There's plenty of real estate up there that we'd be able to make it an easy transfer and get all of our chemicals out of down by C3.
Does the well itself need updating, or just update on pump system, or?
The well is fine as is, it just doesn't run at a high enough capacity to be able to do what we need. So if we had a tank with a float in there, with an additional pump, it would allow us to fill a lot faster.
What kind of flow per minute do you have? Do you know
I believe it's 35 off the top of my head, I can't remember. But that's split between it would be split between the solid waste facility and whatever building that we put in, so
Gotcha.
having a cistern would be awful nice.
And then did you ever come up with a preliminary size deal, or was that part of the engineering as well?
We have just had some basic ideas in mind on the size that you wanted, but we're kind of waiting for the engineers to get back to us to see what will basically be within budget, and then
Working that
from
way.
there.
Okay.
Moving on. No other questions. Do you have any questions, Don, about it, or?
No, I just, like you, wondering what's happening with the building situation for us.
Okay. Moving on. New business.
Is anybody else prepared for that? 3 months in between meetings
Oh my
and being
God.
gone all day long today. I am not prepared for either one of those, except for more discussion, I guess.
Yeah.
So I sent out the job descriptions in October. I think you can reread them.
Right, 300 emails ago if we
Yeah.
want to go back and search, but
Basically.
yeah.
And then with my printer deciding to eat everything, I could print copies for us to have on hand. So I can email you guys non-compliance information, or would you rather have it in paper in the mail?
I'd rather have paper in the mail
Yeah.
because I know what's going to happen if it goes on my phone. I'm like, oh, I'll look at that later.
Yeah.
And
And your
Next
second
month.
email today didn't even show up. You went in a different folder.
Oh, man.
We had to search you and find you. Yeah, it was
You got
there
two
and then
emails?
it disappeared. I don't know. So yeah, if you mail it and then it's something physical, I can have sitting in front of me to. That's what I'd prefer.
Okay.
I
Um,
second the motion on that one.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas off the top of your head if you've been looking at it on the job description or the non-compliance?
So we had done a job description last last year or the year before, in-house, just to revise some of the language for the HR. But you guys had mentioned some stuff you didn't like, so I wasn't wondering on what that was.
Permanent.
Yeah,
Term?
I guess and that's the
How
way the job worked into it, and I don't know if that's the job description you had, and like I said, I'm not prepared for it tonight, but, the one job had turned into a part-time permanent or whatever,
Yeah.
and that worked in that situation, but for further, that is not necessarily a good thing in our program, I guess, I think the ideas that the board had on that. Seasonal, or permanent, seasonal, part-time, or however it worked out.
I think
Seasonal, if they're permanent seasonal, then we're stuck with a permanent employee that it takes away some of our wiggle room and it makes it harder to be dissatisfied, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things, and like I said, I don't know if you were
I
looking
think
for the
that's
true
a-
seasonal job description.
Yeah, so seasonal, so the current one I had was listed as seasonal, which is not considered a permanent employee, as far as HR language is concerned. So only if it's labeled permanent, part-time, or permanent seasonal.
And I guess, the driver behind that was Chris's deal. And I think that goes before your tenure here, but that was done to allow him to come back and give him some kudos, and inadvertently it allows him to come back whenever and wherever and however. And I don't even know if he was used at any capacity this year, and it left a lot of room for excuses, I felt, from Chris. But yeah, that to me, that doesn't seem efficient for us to have somebody that can just decide in July that, we'll come back now
Yeah.
when they get to, kind of deal. Whereas if we're going to do a summer seasonal, I think we can reach out there and advertise again and go through that agony. And
So yeah, so the current job description is listed as seasonal, not as a part-time seasonal, which implies coming back.
Okay.
or part-time permanent, however it was.
Yeah.
And I'll, like I say, if you email that again, or I can go back and look, we'll look at it and have it for next month, hopefully.
And that was really our biggest thing, was that wording there.
Yeah, and just what they were doing. I guess, I don't know. Sometimes the seasonal had been used more like aids, and
That's true.
they just rode around and were the second gun.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've been turned loose to go ahead and do their stuff. So, and I don't know if that's in the job description or how it works, but if we're looking for a true seasonal sprayer, then yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. But I think that was our biggest discrepancy on that. And I don't know what Chris's deal in the future is, or if that needs to be discussed at a later date, but that was our belief on that one. And then on non-compliance, did you have any ideas on the top of your head that we can be mulling around, or?
So, the ones that I really like how they laid it out is carbon counties. They have a nice flow chart to visually see where you're at in non-compliance. But otherwise, the statute is laid out pretty cut and dry. I mean, it's, you can put, any landowner can be put into non-compliance if they don't meet this box, or this box, or this box. And then if that happens, they go to this. So it's pretty,
The state level?
stair-stepped.
And you had that in your packet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll resend everything, I'll mail you all of this information, you can look through that part of the statute, and then a couple of, the forms and the checklists and how that flows.
Okay. Yeah. As things are slowing down here a little bit, hopefully, maybe, we'll be prepared for next month. Goals, Nathan.
Yeah, goals. Goals. All right. Yeah, those reveal those. Any other new business?
The other thing I maybe would like to look at in the future is our gravel pit, or open pit mining form.
Okay.
Update that.
I think that was on last August too.
It might have been.
Yeah, I know we talked about it once. Right, it
Yeah, I
seems like
think
we
we-
used to be more involved, like
Yeah.
but I don't know if like the pit that,
Well, I think
they opened up behind the bunkhouse for all that, Riverside's pit, and that still shows private ownership on the land ownership map, so I don't know how that worked, but like they permitted for so much, and then this year when they built, they exceeded their gravel and they cleared it, and they've already claimed that, and I don't know if they just didn't clear as much topsoil as they originally permitted for, but it just seems like in the past, and that's going clear back to Pam when we started, that
Yeah. It's,
any other highway project, when they started a pit or whatever, we were way more informed of what was going on, and I don't know, maybe they were at the beginning and we just didn't know, but they sure moved a lot of dirt this year and have already reclaimed a whole pile of it,
yeah.
whereas before, it seemed like every time they reclaimed it, they sure let you know because they wanted their bond back, but
yeah.
maybe the state's more involved in that than we are, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be worth looking at.
Yeah, but I think we wanted to wait till the subdivision plan got
Yeah.
passed before we did
Yep.
that. That was 4 months ago, 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, things to keep hitting us with. Hopefully
Yeah.
we can have more regular meetings and get some stuff done before spring takes
Uh-huh.
over again.
We better.
Yeah.
We're going to be behind the 8 ball.
And then you've got it under items for discussion, but we can kind of talk about it as new business. The members with terms expiring, I sent an email to Nicole today
Okay.
expressing my desire to stay on if so. Dawn, I don't know if you saw it, but you're up for renewal. Still with us, Dawn?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Chris say something about that I'd be up for renewal.
Right. Are you interested? Would you like us to put feelers out and try to find somebody else to be interested? Where do you sit,
Yeah.
Dawn?
Yeah. let's-
It'd make it easier for me if I had someone else to take my place.
Okay. If you've got ideas on people or know somebody, ask them to submit a letter to Nicole at Broadwater Planning. If not, we'll ask around and see what we can do.
All right, yeah, I haven't asked anybody or anyone yet, or even looked around like that. I've been, it's not been in my mind, but.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you never know who you run into.
Yeah,
Don, thanks so much for your service while you've been on the board. God.
oh,
And then tying that into discussion, have you had a chance to talk to Colin Hefner or whatever?
No, I had not. I had sent an email a couple months ago, just again checking in to see if he was interested, and he didn't respond to me.
Okay. I'll try and keep some of that top of mind and hopefully we can get some people interested. So it's easier for us to have a quorum and keep having meetings on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Speaking of board members and past board members, I have the gift certificates for John
Okay.
Potter. I just need to get him a card, and it slipped my mind, but I have everything ready to go for him.
Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll have it ready to go in January, and we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Right. And we probably won't go. Well, I don't know how January lines out. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
All right, carry on, Chairman.
Virtual MWCA conference 2021. I can't believe we actually have 2021, but
So if you guys are interested, they're doing the MWCA conference virtually, because I know everybody wants to do Zoom meetings.
More.
you've actually done a Zoom meeting?
Oh yeah.
All right. Out of the world here.
Well, the last 4 I've tried to attend have all been recorded because I've been too busy to sit and watch them. So.
Is that good schedule yet, date-wise?
Yes, I have the dates, and if you're interested in attending, I can send you the registration information.
All right. Any other items for discussion? Don? Don?
I
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
I hope we get something accomplished and have normalcy.
Yeah.
What's the new normal? That's
Yeah,
what I
no,
want to
I
know.
know.
Question.
We return to our past normal.
Yeah.
Peter, anything for discussion?
No, sir.
Cool.
Nope, I don't have it.
Next
So
meeting.
It says the 21st, that's a Thursday, not the Wednesday.
So it'd be the 20th?
Yeah. Do we,
Peter,
Does
you had
everybody
a
wanna
question
stay
about
with
that.
Yeah, what?
No, that was probably just not rolling my calendar into 2021.
yeah.
Oh.
But we like the third Wednesday still?
It don't matter to me.
Yeah.
This is just an unusual situation for me. I'm just curious because 6 o'clock works out extremely well for me. 7 o'clock works too. But the thing is that too early for you guys?
This time of year is probably not too bad. We hit,
I can do it.
Yeah, January works for 6 PM. It'll still
Yeah.
be dark.
Okay.
February,
Yeah.
you can probably make it work.
Don't try to make it work for me. I can do
Well,
it.
no, I
No.
mean, well, I can make it work. I just
Okay.
gotta adjust a little bit.
You'll know when it don't work.
'Cause I won't be here.
So 6 PM on the 20th?
Yeah, that's fine
6
for
PM the 20th.
January and February. March,
Yeah.
probably not gonna happen.
And this is still our third Wednesday. We were just gonna meet early because we hadn't met in so long, so
Yeah.
this works fine for the month
Yeah.
wise. Coincides with other meetings I have, so.
Yeah, I'm fine with 6 PM.
Yeah, I guess
till
just
March.
things for the next one is, yeah, John Potter's stuff. Hopefully we'll be ready to do some review.
Do we want to hold elections next meeting or wait until February for elections?
Yeah, we wrote our bylaws for January, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did.
So let's just do it January.
Yeah, let's just keep on it. I mean, and we can go from there.
As long as we have a quorum, it'll work.
Oh, yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
So, that be all.
I'm
Meeting
not gonna
gonna be
adjust.
adjourned. Any seconds, any thirds?
No objections.
No objections. 7 o'clock.
Another hour meeting.
7:02, 7:02 to be exact.